Chat, how's it going? How you doing? Hello. That is Noki Bay from Mario Sunshine. You know, for some reason, I totally forgot how good Mario Sunshine soundtracks was. TV. Like, seriously, it's really good. And I honestly I always knew it. I always like it, but I kinda just didn't, I don't know, like process it correctly or something. Because it's not usually a soundtrack I go for. Like, hey, I wanna hear soundtrack. Let's just put Mario Sunshine. But I should, because it's really good. I'm probably gonna do it more in the future. Booty camera. I haven't done camera in some time. Barely remember how to do it. Items normal. Let's see. There you go. A call recording would be useful. Yeah, I need to do math. This is math's stream. And it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be pretty complicated. Complicated, on hard, and all that. Nice to catch you streaming. Thank you. Yo, Zombie Cube. How's it going? You didn't catch an Spelunky one, but hey. Nice to see you. Let's see. I don't remember if I actually might have the volume of Spelunky right here. 10%? Yeah, it might be. We're gonna reduce it to 8th. Because this capture, it's like, it's something about my N64 maybe. Just captures more sound. The lurking, thank you for the lurks. Always appreciate the lurks. Hello, Baku, how you doing? Thank you for good lucks. I will need it. Quite a bit. Quite a bit of luck needed for this game. For different stuff. Like, we usually want a lot of luck on items. Ha! Not this time. But I still need a lot of luck on other stuff, like enemy RNG and such. Evangelion, yeah, there. It's great. I love it. Kind of an old shirt by now from my arsenal. Like, I think like 2016 or something. I got it in a... What do you call this on English? Like a feria? You know, where there's like people selling stuff. But like amateur people, you know? Like people that make stuff. Like handmade stuff. Things like that. And like comics and such, like an otaku thingy. I really don't know what would be the good term in English. No idea. But I got it on one of those. There's quite a lot of otakus in Chile. So there's a bunch of those where I live from time to time. Chile is full of otakus, like it's crazy. There's a lot of otakus, like just people that are otakus like me, and then there's a lot of closeted otakus, people that say no, I am not an otaku, but they definitely are. Like, come on, I mean, like. Like they make fun of otakus, but they definitely are. They know the openings and all that shit. Just closeted. It's so funny. Because like everyone, at least everyone of my age, grew up seeing like Dragon Ball or something on public TV. We had a lot of shows on public TV. Even fucking Evangelion, we had it on public TV for a little bit. Which I guess it could be a little bit traumatizing to a kid. Like some of those episodes. Jeez. On Chilevisión? Yeah, exactly. I didn't catch it when I was young. I ended up watching Evangelion much later. Like 20-something years. I knew about it before. Just didn't catch it. And then there was like, not public TV, but like Latino TV if you want, I don't know. With etc. TV. Also had a lot of shows that were, you know, anime. Like Slam Dunk, Mikami, and then lots of others. So yeah, there's like this entire generation, this like, I guess, early into mid millennials that grew up with that shit, and it's like watching series on your TV on Spanish in the case of Chile, you know, where I live, and not embracing a more otaku quote unquote culture, but still enjoying the shows quite a bit. It's like great second skip. That's harder than it looks. And then if you go into more late millennial, we started getting more of an anime culture of like young kids downloading stuff in Japanese with subs. And so there's this like jump between, you know, Saint Seiya, yeah as well. Caballeros del Zodiaco called here. Zodiac Knights. But yeah, Saint Seiya. So I feel like this little disconnection, this little jump between, you know, slightly older kids watching anime but in Spanish and with a slightly different style because it's from a little bit earlier, and then slightly younger kids downloading stuff in Japanese and embracing the culture a little bit more, create this gap. And that's what it caused, you know, having the otakus versus the closeted otakus, which were definitely otakus themselves, but they didn't admit it. It was funny. It was funny because a lot of people would even like bully because of that. That wasn't so funny, but it's funny to think about it in retrospective. Okay, we started with a right. Now we're doing a left. Exact Japanese with English sub, yeah. Whatever. That's a mistake. That's any percent brain. Big any percent brain right there. Got a frame which you wanted full capture Sakura, nice. And I still have it HDD. My university days. Yeah, like I watch a lot of, like for example, I never watch, when I was a kid, I never watched Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z entirely. I only catch like some episodes, and I always was missing stuff from the story because it's how TV works. It's not on demand. Like, I guess there was TV on demand later, but back then you need to catch it. And so I watch Dragon Ball and Z, and then GT as well, which was a mistake. It's not that great. Way later, like on 2014 maybe. Like entirely, you know. Yeah, it's bad, but you don't know that until you watch it, right? I don't know, I just thought I would get better. I mean, it would get better with time. Galaxy Tour, you know, like I waited the entire series for Pan to just get Super Saiyan. It never happened. It was such a disappointment. Like, holy shit, she's descendant of a Saiyan. We're gonna have our first female Saiyan in the series. Nope, it never happened. And then I walked disappointed, walk away from that. Like, the last arc is not that bad. But still not great. Let's say, for me, it's kind of a forgettable series. I can't say I had a bad time watching it, you know, like it's not that amount of bad. It's just forgettable. Body injured, incredible. That's incredible. Holy shit. It doesn't matter. It's just funny. Alright. That is Seginu skip. The results from rerouting. Plus cleaner fights, probably. Remember, this record is pretty old. And I didn't grind it a whole lot. SSJ3, what is that? And the movies, Vegeta is... Oh, Super Saiyan, okay. Yeah, I didn't watch the movies. Like, I liked Dragon Ball Z back then. And when I rewatch it as well. But also, I don't know if I would like it now. Like, probably out of nostalgia some bit. But any new stuff, I would probably won't like it. I kind of grew up of shonens. Like, I'm watching One Piece because it's perfect series, and because, you know, it hasn't ended. And I watch it from when I was young, so I can just keep watching it. And it's so good, but I don't know, shonens are just not the same for me anymore. Like, I watched the entire Naruto. I am gonna watch Bleach, the new stuff. I hope the anime does it better than the manga. But I feel like any shonen that it's not on my nostalgia, I'm not really that interested. Like, for example, I never watched Hunter X when I was young, and a lot of friends tell me, like, it's so good, you gotta watch it. And I believe. It's probably really good. But I think I'm good. Like, the closest thing to a shonen I watched recently is Titans, Shingeki. But I don't think that's a shonen, right? It has shonen elements, but it's not a shonen, is it? It's so good, by the way. Like, holy shit. I'm so glad, like, my friends recommend that until they get annoyed of recommending it to me. I just need time, because there's too much things to watch. That's the thing. And I also take my time. I am not that kind of person that can watch, like... Okay, no. Ah, fuck you. Oh, that was a bad nose. But I got stuck. Fucking hell. Shouldn't be reasoning to that shit. The last thing I want to reason to. Sucks. Yeah, like there's people that can watch shows like 20 episodes a day. Like I got this show, I got this friend. They're watching a show that it's already done, like it's over already, so you can watch every episode. They will watch the show on 3 days. Like fucking 40 episodes. Like 10 episodes. 10 plus episodes per day. I would explode if I would do that. Like I can maximum go like a marathon, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I know couples. Like I have friends that are couples, you know, like girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever. And they're like, they do a lot of marathons, like watching things, like having one day off or something, and spend the whole day or half of the day just watching tons of episodes. Like the maximum I can do is 3 episodes per day, and they have to be spaced, you know, it's like one on the breakfast, one on the lunch, one on the dinner. You know what I mean? And that's, again, kind of a... Only if during that day I'm not gonna eat with anyone else. Interesting walking. It's only if I'm gonna, you know, like, eat alone. Because then I'm gonna be on my computer and I need something to watch while eating. So most of the time it's really just 2 episodes or 1 episode per day. And for me it's totally comfy to just watch 1 a week, you know, on shows that are running, like One Piece for example. I actually like the cliffhanger aspect. I like waiting and like making an idea of the show and what is to come, and be anxious. I like to be anxious about the next episode. I actually like that feeling, and like the anticipation. Imagine watching all the whole hours of Harry Potter movies. Please don't. Please don't imagine that. How about like Lord of the Rings instead? Yeah, like I had this friend that he watched the entire Lord of the Rings as a marathon, but the extended version, which is like 12 hours or so. How you doing, Jonas? Like, what do you mean? Yeah, my problem with Harry Potter, like, first of all, Harry Potter is a bad series. Like, as a whole. And then on top of that, like, the movies are better than the books. But that doesn't mean a whole lot. My problem with it is that there's too many directors. And so, most movies are very different. I only watched, like, until the 3rd one. No, actually, I think I watched the 4th as well. but I cannot care less about it. Like it's just kind of a bad series. It has some interesting stuff and some fun stuff when you're like a kid and you're at the school and you see, you know, like there's these other people in a magical school. Oh, that's kind of cool, you know. It's kind of like a story a friend told you, but that's about it. In general, it's kind of bad. Like binding on episodes. We're also enjoying watching a running show because then everyone else was watching. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, those discussions are pretty cool as well. Yeah, and like Peter Jackson movies are so good. It's crazy. I mean, the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbits, it's kind of meh. I just watched the first one and it was too much. Only if the show is good, of course. Yeah. Actually, I watched not too long ago Lord of the Rings from... What's the name of the guy? It's an animated version. Oh, this is not a good spot. I don't quite remember his name. Director. Oh, this sucks. It's an ass room. But there's like an animated version from... Is it late 70s? I think? Like 78 maybe? It's not bad. It's also not great, but the animation is pretty cool and it's very experimental. There's a lot of stuff I like from it. But also it's kind of a mess because it wasn't clear if they were going to do more than one movie. Like the plan is kind of like it's 2 movies, but I think it wasn't clear if they had the money to do another one. So the movie ends on like Helm's Deep, when they win Helm's Deep, the fight, and it's like it's really unclear when you watch the end, like it's Middle Earth safe or not, you know, because it's like Middle Earth has been saved from whatever after the battle of whatever, and with that our heroes conclude they're traveling. I don't know, but just like 5 minutes before that, you see Frodo going to fucking Mordor, and like the whole story they have been telling you, like it's only over when the ring, you know, it's destroyed. So it's really ambiguous, not in a good way, you know, because I like ambiguous endings, but it's kind of a limit. But again, it's probably because of budget, like, and because they just didn't know if they were gonna be able to do a sequel. Because, you know, episodic movies wasn't a thing back then. Thank you for the follow. It just wasn't a thing. Like, that's something we see a lot now with franchises, like fucking Marvel has like the time of their lives making a like episodic and like big franchise of the same superhero, like 10 movies of one superhero. That was not viable back then. People just wouldn't follow franchises like that, on movies at least. Allow the ring cliffhanger because you don't know whether the ring will be destroyed? Exactly. Because I'm telling you, like, he wanted to make 2 movies because it's putting the entire Lord of the Rings in just 1 movie is too much, right? Like, it's 3 books. Naturally, you're gonna do 3 movies, but there's no way you're gonna get budget and time for that back then. Again, you know, the 70s. So then you're like, okay, let's make 2. But hey, I don't know if we're gonna have the money. I don't know if they're gonna give us the money, or if the movie's gonna be good enough. So we're actually gonna end up in a cliffhanger, very ambiguous because of that. Like, if the movie succeeds, we're gonna make the sequel. If it doesn't, well, that's it. You get your, like, self-contained story, I guess. It's kind of a bad ending, yeah, I know. But you gotta do what you gotta do with the money you have, I guess. It's a book adaptation, and everyone. That's the thing. Nope. Lord of the Ring. It's a famous book, but it wasn't that famous before Peter Jackson. Like, it is before the big movies. You know, the 2000s and such. It was a very respected series and very big in the, like, narrative world, but outside of it, not a whole lot of people knew about it. You know, outside of the sphere of literature and such. Like, it was not very much in common culture, quote unquote. Like, popular common culture. And as such, yeah, like, a lot of the people that back then watched the movies on the 70s had no idea that was a book, for example. And had no idea there was more to it. They would just see it like a weird movie with weird animation about a weird story. Okay, right after this. I wonder if I can fit. Yeah. Okay. Please don't grab. Thanks. No Marth grabs today. Love to see it. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, for example, and that's why I think Peter Jackson with the original movies, it's such a genius, because he was able to adapt a very dry story into, like, an epic thing. Lord of the Rings is epic, but if you read the books, it's not as epic as Peter Jackson's movies. There's a lot of more, like, laid down stuff and more, like, ground stuff. And, like, it's actually not that easy to make it appeal to a broader audience. Unless you're really good, you know? Yes, the books were famous, but not that much outside of, you know, like they weren't as famous as, let's say, Spider-Man, for example. I'm talking about, like, popular culture. Again, not literature, like literature culture. For example, people that don't read a whole lot of books. Yeah, I'm talking about the earlier adaptation. Yeah, about the animated movie of, like, 70s or 80s. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't split, by the way. Forgot. Yeah, no, the Jackson ones are amazing. But again, it's a different era as well, where you can do franchise and also a director that had more money than the other guy. And, like, a career. I mean, the other guy also had a career, but his career wasn't exactly about epic shit. It was more about, like, social things, like urban, quote unquote, movies and such, animation. Okay, now we're gonna get rid of that. I wasn't even live, of course, of course. Yeah, no, me too, but you can look up that info anyways, you know, like. Yeah, we got the swag finally. That's the nouse I want to see. Oh no, I die. Am I wrong? She's outside. It was like once Arpad. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm just gonna pronounce it like that. Did the translation in 85. Look at that. The edition of your bookshelf is from 2022. Yeah, like for example, a lot of editions got branded out again after the movies. Like most of the books people have from Lord of the Rings are new, and they also have art based sometimes on the movies instead of some old artists that made their own interpretations. Can we skip second damage? Okay. Okay, this one, I'm not gonna miss it. Oh, that was so close, and I still got one. Fucking hell. The micro Roombas. I would have been dead on Ultimate. Sucks. Don't have illustration except from the front cover, unless you count the maps. Yeah, I count both. Well, I guess the maps are kind of more broad, but especially like the portrait, the cover. Especially the cover. Okay, poor skip. There you go. Way easier to do now. New strat. They're brazen. They don't look like that. Fair enough. But I do think like there is kind of a change of the imaginary of Lord of the Ring things, like after the movies. Even if it's not directly based on Peter Jackson stuff. It's kind of like, I kind of feel like the Jurassic Park effect on dinosaurs. Like most people, when you say Velociraptor, they don't really think of, you know, like a chicken with, like a big chicken with like crazy claws and teeth, which is what a Velociraptor kind of is. They instead just think about the Jurassic Park Velociraptors. Because it's like the first image that got into, was not the first one, but it's the first big one that got into popular culture. On the other hand, the cover illustration on my British edition of Harry Potter, it's totally the pics from movie actors. Yeah, yeah, no, that's same. Of Blood Prince, I don't know what that is. I want to open the window for Freya, but I can't. Not yet. I can do it on like the president being dumped cutscene. Now, I think I have less than 60 HP. This is gonna be a scary Men in Black. I can die by one shot. Oh, oops. I did it again. That is practice, like, brain, because I have been routing a lot with a hack save file on emulator, and yeah, I don't need to go for these panels there. Too much routing affected my brain. This is your brain on routing. Half-Blood Prince is the 6th volume of Harry Potter, I see. Swag. Okay, are you getting in? Marrow. Uh-huh. Marrow. How's it going? Are you looking for birds? She likes to like look birds from the distance and just look at them, and like she does some weird noises like like that. I really don't know why, like, but she does that. She doesn't even hunt them. She hasn't hunted birds in a lot of time. She used to do it quite a bit. And now she's self-petting with my hand. The other hand. This one's on the controller, the other one is on Freya. Just so you know. Alright, Booty, don't shoot me. Just don't do it. Let's have a good, nice fight. Just wrestling fight. No shooting allowed. Yeah, can we get that? Nice. Love to see that. And now I am in survival HP for a shot. Which is good. Now, still not a lot of HP. I might still take a capsule before coming. Yeah, I'm definitely taking a capsule. You can take capsules on no items. Just don't save, because you cannot load, so it's a time loss. Single segment. Cannot die. You cannot load. On the rules, everybody knows the rules. TIS jump, let's go. So, by the way, SGDQ schedule is released. Oh, don't say that, Jonas. I didn't get into SGDQ. No, but seriously, I don't know. I don't remember. I think I was interested in some runs, but I don't remember. Oh yeah, I'm very interested in a TIS that is having save state and others. It's a Ocarina of Time, I think, like beta exhibition or something. How you doing, Watan? Didn't realize my monitor was tilted until I tapped that. Yeah, I submitted into SGQ. Didn't get it. I was expecting to don't get in because I got into the previous one. And 2 in a row seems like, you know, like a little bit too lucky. By the way, Amber, I think I never said hello. Sorry. How's it going? Hello. And thank you for the good luck. I was carried away. Sure. Okay, which one do you want? You want the small shark or the middle shark? I still don't have a big shark. I'm working on that. You gotta tell me which one you want. Okay. I think they just accepted very few runs that are in person. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. It is fixed. So unless you do like dance pad, exactly. Yep. Yeah, or like unless you are like a big channel or big runner thingy, I would assume. Now that said, I think there still were a couple of people online that got again that were on the previous one, so I don't know. I'm just saying, don't quote me. No, don't quote me. Okay, we're just gonna choose a random chart then. Give me a second. I'll do it on the cutscene. I'm gonna prepare now. That's allowed, don't worry about it. That's not an item. Okay. You don't like crowd noises? I like some crowd noises. Like I don't like repetitive crowd noises. Like for example on esport, I like yo, holy shit, and stuff like that, and like the people being impressed of something. I think it's really cool. You know, like you do a cool shit on a speed run and everyone's like losing their shit. I that is great. I love that shit. But then like that's a little bit of the crowd, but then most of it's like people saying wow and such, and like orb. I don't like that. It actually kind of makes me anxious to just have repetitive speech over and over. It gets really annoying for me. Yeah, that is a chart. Distracting for me, yeah. You like the orb? I hate it. I really hate it. Like, if it's for the actual orb, if they're getting an orb and they say orb, you know, in Mario, that's kind of cool. But when they say orb like every fucking 20 seconds, it's like, please don't. It just gets annoying for me. I can't really explain it. It's probably a little bit of my spectral shit. Like hearing a dog barking, you know, just repetitive shit. Please go away. Let's go. That's Men in Black skip. The other big skip that we get on normal, that is... Yeah. Be my emotional support, Chungus, please. That's a new one. Like that, I've never seen that in my life. Yeah, no, that didn't look right at all. Like, I don't think you're supposed to go that far from mines. What the fuck? And yeah, falling from an abyss, it's an insta-dead, as you might guess. And dying is a reset because it's single segment. Holy fuck, that is not the kind of shit I wanna, like, reset to. Like, I have other places to die. Oh, that's incredible. I'm never gonna underestimate that mine again. I sleep on it. Should never sleep on your enemies. Gear. But this is the good thing. I have an emotional support Chungus, so I can just keep going. Oh boy. Fucking hell. Thank you for the clip. Is having a lab cat nice? My cat is more of a I will sleep beside you cat. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I like it. She's not very invasive. Like I know other cats that can be a little bit invasive and like too needy. She's sometimes a little bit needy, but it's just like the proper amount, let's say. The purse help, yeah, it helps me relax. Absolutely. Keeps the anxiety away and such. She also likes to sleep. close. Or in the bed sometimes. But also understands when I want to be alone, so she's really nice. Like I know some friends that have cats that are like, they demand, you know, be on the bed or something. And if they're not allowed, they go crazy. Yeah, I would probably have problems with that. But sometimes I need my space. Or just like, I cannot sleep if there is someone else close. Showed my cat dandelions today. He seemed to care. The bare minimum about dandelions are. Is that a flower or not? Sounds like a flower. But yeah, I also like to change position on my legs from time to time. I need to hold on that if she's like this though. It's a weed. South America. It's like yellow and then turns into a white ball of fluff. Oh yeah, we call them diente de león. Lion's teeth. That's like the direct translation. Yeah, and then fly away. Yeah, I have a couple of them in my house. Sometime. No, it's not catnip. It's just like a regular. It's exactly what Watan said on the description, like white stuff that you blow up and it goes into the wind. Every language calls them lions something. I don't really know why. Like there's not a whole lion on it. Like, is it because of the fur or something? Also, white teeth? No idea. It's just what I learned when I was young. I was a kid. They told me the name. I got it. Doesn't mean it makes sense. Maybe the yellow part. Oh, it could be. Yeah, like it is a flower before, right? Like the yellow part is the flower, isn't it? And then later they got the other mode, like the transformation, because plants do that. They go into a different mode. Plants are so weird, like. Yeah, maybe. So what is the other language? It's lion something. Don't catch me. Don't do it. Oh, that's really close. Is this enough? It's not. Not enough acceleration. That's a really hard skip, by the way. So that's a part where I'm fine resetting. Not to a fucking mine. Into an abyss. Lowensan. Which is like lion's teeth. And what is Lowensan? Like German? Or Swedish? I'm making very uneducated guesses. German? Okay, I got it. My lucky day. But yeah, this is the bad part of the new route. There is a very hard skip at the beginning. And then on Area 3 there's another one. And so you need to get past that to just, you know, start doing the hard stuff of the run, like on top of what is already hard before we got this shit. Like on the previous route, you wouldn't really reset until Kevin, you know, the boss of Area 3. There was no reason to reset before that. But now there's two places where it's like, it could be big reset time before Kevin, and then Kevin is another reset time. And there's nothing I can do about it because it saves like a minute. So I have to take the L and run with it. And I actually got those two last time, but then a mine just decided it wasn't the time. Like, you know, it's funny because I even adjusted. Like, I adjusted the camera before the mine. Because on no items, I don't want to get a single damage. Usually on any percent, I just go for it. And I don't adjust anything. But here, since I cannot use recovery during a fight, or outside of a fight, you can just use save capsules. Especially for Kevin, I really want to go full health. Because it's really hard to avoid attacks. You're mostly tanking. Even with dodges, he moves a whole lot. So it was extra funny. Did he catch me after the adjustment? What are you gonna do? Yeah, I haven't even been able to use my tracker. Like, tracker on no items, you start using it on Area 4. Well, I guess Area 3 maybe. Like, I think the first body level is on Kevin. Might be on Kevin. If not, then it's Area 4. And then after that, it starts being really, really important and useful. And I actually need to pay attention to it. And to numbers as well. But for early game, everything's fairly scripted on fight. So I can just go autopilot in terms of numbers. But then on super late game, there's a lot of improvisation and like adding up numbers to make up for a specific amount of HP and such. So you need to be fresh on math. What I want for this game is some kind of like BLJ or something, so we can like add the big speed tech in like the overworld and reduce the time between fights. But there really isn't a lot of movement options to like do something like that. I don't know why, but that looks so funny. Like you just gave the blue thing a hug and then open the menu. That's the game. That is hybrid heaven for you. Like if you want to do a technique, you first gotta grab the enemy, right? You grab the enemy and then you decide what you're gonna do. Unless they decide first. And then they get the attack instead. But blue thing does not do any techniques from hugs. It doesn't know how to. It only does punches. And then there's a very rare instance where it can do kicks if you injure both hands. But it's pretty tricky and rare. Hold on, let me give you this hug. I'll suplex you in a little bit. But I gotta decide first. Of course. I mean that's RPGs in a nutshell, isn't it? Like, what do you mean you gotta take turns to like sweep your sword into a monster? It's a metaphor, right? It looks extra funny here because it's wrestling. It's something that we're not so used to see being played by turns. Live action RPGs, we're just still gonna menu, yeah. Yeah, it's just an approach, like a design approach. Because it's too many techniques. Like if you're gonna do it like full action RPG, you would still need like a combinations of buttons. It would be kind of like a fighting game, I guess. Like you would get a combination of buttons to do a certain technique. Because the thing is, this game has 40 techniques from grapple. Like from the simple hug is less than that, is 20, I think. Then from back grapple, there's 10, and then there's another 10 on the floor. So it is quite a bit. For button combinations. So it's easier to do with a menu. Also takes more time though, that's kind of the bad part. There's a lot of menu scrolling when you have too many. Turn-based wrestling sounds amazing. That's this game. If you like that, you should play it. It's fun. It's fun, it's weird. The story barely makes sense. Just conspirational alien stuff from the 90s and the 2000s. It's called Hybrid Heaven. There's a story, a little bit. No, there is definitely a story. It's a little bit convoluted, but there is. There's an invasion on the world, and the presidents are gonna be changed, replaced by clones. Hybrid clones, and aliens are gonna take over the world. Rectangle Man. Some spaceship, yeah, like this is an underground shelter This is beneath like Manhattan. But you were right, because it is like it was made out of a spaceship that God knows how it got below Manhattan. But then it kind of expanded into this underground shelter, which is the place where the whole game takes place. But at the end of the game, you actually get to the spaceship, which is the upper level on the shelter. Into dirt chip transformation, exactly. Exactly what it is. So yeah, this is an arm throw, and the one over that is a tackle. You start with those two, but there's 20. Like 18 more from the front, but you can also grab from the back and such. There's a lot of text. They're pretty cool. Sadly, we don't get to learn a whole lot on speedrun, on these categories at least. Because you gotta learn them by taking the L. You gotta, like, enemies do text that you don't have, you have to get hit by them to learn them. And that's kind of slow. So 80% no items. We don't learn a whole lot. There is one tech that I'm gonna learn on Era 5 that is pretty good. And it doesn't take a whole lot. It's the only reason why I'm taking it. And then there's 100%, which is a thing. It is a category. I have done one run because it's really hard and really long, where you have to learn everything. It's a neat category, especially because you get to show more text. But some of them take way too much to learn, so there's some annoying parts on the speedrun. Oh, it's really close. Okay, I think I don't need to. Okay. I still just a little bit. Ended up working. I got some messages on my cell phone. Hang on. I think I have time on this elevator just to go for it. What's going on here? Oh look, you can get a new fucking cell phone if you want. How about not? How about I like the one I have? How about I don't want to spend like a lot of money on another cell phone? Like I barely use it. More of a computer lady. You gotta learn by getting your ass beat. Exactly, just like in real life. I almost land on the Roomba. I think I really need a new light in my room. Bad decisions. This one's, it's good, you know, for the camera, but it goes directly into my eye, and I don't like that. I might turn it off in a little bit if it gets too much. Lighting is so hard, like, because you know I have a little bit of photophobia. Because I got a surgery on eyes long ago. And I use contact glasses as well. So my comfy space is actually very low light. But that's really bad for the camera. So I'm always in this weird... Ooh, okay. Weird mindset where I want a lot of light. So camera looks fine, but I also don't want a lot of light, so my brain doesn't explode. That's also why I've been getting a lot of no camera streams lately. But yeah, if someone has any like advices about lighting, I'll be happy. Like I need like video game lighting, you know what I mean? Where there's no sources of light. It's just light everywhere, you know, like this. There's no light bulbs, just like light emanates from every point on space. You know what I mean? There's no source. It's just brighter. That's what I need for my room. I don't know if you can get that like with some special kind of source that is like invisible. I mean, that's impossible, but you know what I mean, like you know what I mean, chat. Invisible light. That's also why I use this shit. These are not optics. This is blue light corrector. So my eyes don't get that tired. Honestly, the great solution is transhumanism. And just get like bionic eyes. I want that. But that seems a little bit far away. Don't run. Fuck you. Yeah, I had a feeling right there that I moved too fast. You gotta actually like stall a little bit. I think I can avoid it. No. Not something I want to learn, but also not the end of the world. I'm still 2 hits of dying somehow gold from the monster, and that's fine. If I'm less than 40, it depends on the run, whether I'm taking the capsule or not. Capsule takes like 9-10 seconds. No, wait, what do you mean 40? Like this? No, 20, I guess. Like very low health. Yeah. We're on normal. Only takes 20. It's incredible. And now we're on 20 and we still don't get a run. That's not just the route, it's also the game, because this game is slower. Like, it starts slower than other games I run. But at the same time, it takes less energy from me. Or it's a different kind of energy that it takes, you know what I mean? It's not exhaustion, like muscular energy. More of psychological energy. I mean, there is a lot of muscular energy on this game. Like, just look at that guy, Rectangle Man. I know some people use like fairy lights instead of main lights, but that's not for videos. What is a fairy light? It sounds magical. I'm gonna look that up. Like Christmas tree lights, but less Christmas. Nice. I see, I see. Missing the swag a lot because I'm afraid of snapback. Also, Smash Summit 13 just happened and I had no idea about it. Ooh, that was so close. I was watching some sets. It was pretty good. J-Mook is a beast. Can't believe it. Just beat Leffen. Insane. Like, what the fuck? Lop was also playing really, really good. Fairy lights. Oh, I see. Well, this seems like too many sources. Like, if I get them in my bag, they probably look kind of cool, actually, for the stream. And maybe it's not that bad. But if I had them on the front, it's even worse, because it's too many sources. Yo, player. How's it going? No items run? Yes. Are you gonna kill things without all your guns? It's hard. With just legs. That was a very early jump on my part. So I blame myself for that one. We're gonna go to bed. Alright. Have a good night's sleep. But yeah, it's hard, like, especially that about the guns. Like, we finished the game. Let me see my HP. Okay, it's less than 40. I'm just taking the shit. It's really low. On any percent, for people who are familiar, and the people who are not familiar as well, we finished the game with a lot of guns. Just like Spotted said. We actually, like, collect guns through the entire run, because at the end of the game there is a fucking 6 bosses gauntlet. All of them are strong, all of them suck, and very long fights. But also, this game, enemies level up with you, like based on your stats. So on 80% we're very weak, meaning the bosses are also relatively weak in terms of HP. And then the shot damage, the guns that you get, they have fixed damage. So if you level up, like, not a whole lot, they actually do a whole lot of damage. It's crazy. Whereas on a casual playthrough, if you level up too much, the guns are like kinda meh, you know, at the end. Because enemies have too much HP. But there's none of that here. Of course, so just gotta do a whole lot of kicks. Just playing this casually last night. Hide front kick is still so impractical looking, but satisfying to land. Yeah. It is kind of like that with with front kicks. Like they do decent damage on sweet spot. It's just that it's hard to sweet spot. The ones that are like really cool to sweet spot in terms of the game is psychics, because they actually do more damage than the others. But you gotta sweet spot them, of course. Whereas the normal kicks, they pretty much always sweet spot. Like, it's really easy. But they actually deal slightly less damage. But then front kicks, I think, deal even less damage than that, which is really strange. I think it was like that. Maybe I'm mistaken though. Maybe it was like normal front side. I don't quite remember. It's something I really want to document, like base damage of everything. But I haven't found something like that on the memory. And doing it by hand seems a little bit complicated. Like brute force it. We need more hackers on this game. Middle Psychic has good reach too. Yeah. Like if you're really far away, it probably is one of the farthest checks in general. I would love to just fight Kevin immediately, so we don't get any of these cutscenes. Just kill Kevin here. And then we go straight to Area 4. The thing I do want to document, and I can document, but it's also a lot of work, is flags. I actually found the place of memory where flags are. I don't know if all of them, but it seems that most of them are there. But it's also a lot of work. I kind of want to do it on stream one day. Like, not all of it. That would take like days. But like several streams can be. Because there's some funny things to it. Like when you change them manually, you get some very funny looking cutscenes. And things like that. They're also useful for routing. Because I can just set up some stuff instead of doing it manually. Things that I don't really need to like practice or anything. Like barriers and such, just to make things faster while routing. Duh. It's in items. But nothing crazy. Which I'm good. I really don't want to see any good item on these runs. I don't want to feel bad. I know on one of these runs we're gonna see a ring eraser and I'm gonna feel awful. That's an item you always want to see on any percent. This is so broken. Just lets you skip a fight. Well, we can't use it here. So it only makes you sad on this category. Because it's what if this was an 80% instead? Crashing time, chat. That's my suck. This is the other suck. One of the few cutscenes that is just automatic. No text. I would love if this game would have more of those. Like there is like 3 of those? No, I guess there's more, but it's not a whole lot compared to the ones where you actually have to be matching. And then there's one kind of in the middle, which is very good. It's like a minute and a half. Just enough to speedrun the bathroom. I wish it was 2 minutes. So I don't have to speedrun that much. The toilet. But I go for it because, you know, I'm a human. And I gotta do that. I opened the map there. Interesting. I think you can do that on a lot of cutscenes when they start. Not that it does anything. So now that I finish the last season of Shingeki, I put up to date with One Piece. Very good episodes lately. I love that a lot of shit is coming together. It's fucking great series. And then after that, like now I have to keep up to date with Better Call Saul. Actually have a lot of episodes, so that's pretty cool. I watched like half an episode before the stream on lunch. But they're too long for a lunch. I kind of divide them. Unless I really don't have anything else to do. And to be fair, like the pace of that series is like slower than, let's say, an anime. So they kind of go fine, just dividing them, splitting them. It's going very good. I love that series so much. I love that Vince Gilligan is just going ham on seasons. This might be the last one, but it's still 6 seasons, even more than Breaking Bad. So it's great. Okay, here we are again, and here we are. Oh, that was scary. That was such a scary turn. I don't like the position of this guy. I'm gonna do another one. The camera was so bad. Oh god. That is a hard one as well. It's slightly easier than the Seginos one, but it's still hard. And when you get that camera, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Okay. I'm gonna actually hit the toilet. So, give me a second. Just like that, just like that. That is how this route works. It's rough. That's actually, like, this is not even no item stuff. This is just new route in general. I haven't even got to the new items part. The no items part, I mean. That's so you can get a taste of how lucky I got on my any percent runs a couple weeks ago. Because I wasn't visiting that much there. I just really got super lucky with those. Let me get a song. Where's this I'm looking for? I think this works. What is this? Do I remember this shit? It's Freya's luck. Okay. Alright, we're gonna be right back. Stick around for more runs. Welcome back. That is Cosmic Carousel from Troy Jones. I don't actually remember where I got this song. I got it from somewhere, like maybe like a compilation album of some sort. Or from another stream. Really don't remember. But I found it somewhere. It's good. Now I'm back to work. So much Area 1 today. Oh, come on. Like sometimes there you have enough time to jump. There's like two RNGs that look very similar. One you have to jump, the other one you have to go to the right a little bit. I still don't know how to differentiate them. You know, to react accordingly. Just look too similar. Let's go from the other side, why not? Since I took that path on the door. Yesterday I got some heartbreaking runs on Spelunky. I got this run that was really close to a triple crown. This fucking cursed eggplant whirl. But then, like, yeah, there's kind of low chances of an altar. Of course. Just got pretty unlucky in the run before that. Didn't see anything before. And then ended up... So, there was no altar. Not just no beg, but no altar. So then I had to get Beakers at the end. It was still pretty decent. I think it's a PV, quote unquote. Like, Curse CO PV. 730 with kind of low resources as well. That was kind of cool. I gotta say, Eggplant Crown actually helps a whole lot if you're cursed, because you can like engage less. You know what I mean? Because you can shoot from far away. And it could have been way better. It's actually fucked up resources on Eggplant World. Like I made the mistake of opening the present. I should have thrown something at it. I don't know if you always grab the thing immediately if you open it by hand, or if I like micro move a little bit and grab it by accident. But I could have cloned ropes and bombs. I also wasn't prepared for it because it's like the first time I get geesed on a solo run. It's not something that's on my brain. On the set of things that I have like muscle memory or anything. Don't do it. Incredible. That's like RTA optimal. Because you get no lag. Not like I care about RTA, but very interesting. Yes, we measure in in-game time, by the way. Because it's pretty consistent. Then we don't have to care about lag or different, like that way people can play on emulator if they want. This game is so rare and so few runners that restricting emulator would just do nothing for the game. And then the only way I can allow emulation, because you know N64 emulation is kind of bad, is if everyone has the same fair timer, and that's in-game time. Like there's an alternative ooh, okay. There's an alternative universe where this game is very popular among runners. Holy shit. Am I continuing this? Only because of Seginus. Fucking hell. And then, like, a lot of people are discussing about in-game time versus real time. And people are making, like, alternative leaderboards. Separate categories for emulators and console and shit. Because there's a lot of players and there's people upset about, you know, real hardware, and we don't get seconds precision in this game and all that. How come we have so many tied records? This is not that universe. This is the universe where there's 2 runners on leaderboard on one category. Every other category has 1 or none, because there's no finish run yet. Like hard and ultimate, no items. There's still not a finish run. I haven't done it yet. I try it, but it's really hard. We're gonna try it a whole lot once I PV on this category. We're gonna try harder so we can get that once and for all, but hasn't happened yet. Also, I think if I get to like 3 hours without a run, I might just switch to a Splunky. We'll see. Not really because I don't have time for more runs after 3 hours of not having a run. It's more because of, like, I don't want more than 3 hours of Area 1 to Area 3. It's a mindset thing, really. Like, I want to play the game. Okay, at least I didn't land it on the first floor. It's gonna be a really bad Area 1. No, mine. Don't do it. What the fuck? Okay, that was barely. Really close. Cannot control how they move. There's one RNG where you actually just get the mine out of the stairs and there's nothing you can do. That wasn't it. Like, I was able to jump just barely. Girl, wake up again? Are you gonna sleep again? Yes, indeed. Yeah, I gotta wait a little bit more. Okay, that's 2 left. That's kind of bad. I need to remember that for later. So we adjust right leg. Problem is that adjustment is gonna be on Area 4. So am I gonna remember that? Who knows? Quite a bit from now. Is this card dead? I saw this thread on Twitter about like there was someone hating on Discord servers, like how a lot of things are now just stored on Discord servers instead of wikis or documentation. And it's a very valid like worry and point, and I kind of fully agree with it, but at the same time I understand why it happens because I've done it quite a bit. And to that person I got to say like I get what you're saying, and I fully agree. But I also have to think that maybe this person doesn't have anything to document. I'm just gonna guess, maybe I'm super wrong, but because I think the reason why this happens so much, and again it happened to me as well, it just takes too much time to document. is so much effort. You like so much time. I have spreadsheets, millions, and it's still documented like just 10% of things with all those. And so a lot of things just, yeah, they get lost in conversations, but it's because it's easier to have a conversation with other people that care about something. That's way easier than taking hours of your life putting stuff together and organize. So that's better and that's cool, but nobody gets paid for documentation, you know, like most of the time. And so while I understand the sentiment and the hate of a lot of things getting lost on Discord server, I also understand why it happens. And it's a rough topic, like it's complicated because it's hard to solve. The only way to solve it is that, you know, people like us keep documenting stuff for free and for love. We're never gonna get paid for it, you know? And I don't mean that as of like pay me for documenting shit. I mean, if that's the thing, that's cool, but I also don't know how to convince someone to pay me for that. Like Patreon? I don't know. Like, Pandora is documenting things that are completely useless for this world. I don't know about that. I don't know if someone will... You know what I mean? And there's a lot of things like that. You know? So it's complicated. It's really complicated. I couldn't recommend Patreon. Why not? Back to you. I don't have one, so why not? Because I'm lazy, and I'm like I can barely keep up with releasing content. I cannot imagine releasing 2 different brands of content, like, because Patreon usually do that. Like, they get some exclusive content for patrons. This is really bad. Holy shit. And like, I don't know, I'm gonna release a video or something like a couple days before. My audience is so small that that's probably detrimental for me. Like, I don't have enough numbers to like, so people will get hype for watching a video of me before, you know? It's just not a thing. Because Patreon kinda needs credit cards and people attached to credit cards. I mean... yeah. But do you think that's like something really bad or something? Why is that a problem for you? I mean, it is a problem, of course. I don't have a credit card. But like, what is the follow-up of that problem? Or you just don't like credit cards? This HP is scary. The Roomba was really a problem. There's an enemy on that room, by the way. That's why you walk, hugging the walls. It's like right below me, right there. Here be online groceries. What about Ko-fi? I don't know how that works. Like I've seen it. I guess it works similar to Patreon. But again, like the biggest problem is convincing people to throw money at your face. Like regardless of which is the medium you're doing it. It's like subs, for instance. Because also, like, I actually like having all my stuff free. Like, I like that everyone that just likes Hybrid Heaven, for instance, can watch my streams for free. I love that. I wish I had, like, I don't know, like a money tree or something. It just it's gonna be a very scary Men in Black. The thing is, we are normal. Alright, let's see if this goes back. Yeah, no, it's back. Can we survive? It's actually low health, so if I get an attack, I'm probably gonna counter. Counter actually a good option against Men in Black on low health. This might kill me actually. Okay, good. Because those have a lot of range. And yeah, that's because they actually always do that on low health. They always do back spin kick or back blow, upper back blows, punches, and those are relatively easy to counter, or at least like back blows are relatively easy to counter, and then backspin not as easy to counter, but if you get into counter position, there's a big chance you get a weak hit because it's like a very bad sour spot, and then you survive anyways because it's so weak. Unless you're playing an ultimate. But here, should be right. And that's kind of true for a lot of enemies. A lot of enemies do things that are easier to counter on low health. Which is kind of a cool mechanic, actually. Like high risk. And an option if you're about to die. It's a gamble, but it's... Again, like a guard might kill you if you're that low. And some enemies are too hard to step sometimes. It's also true for some grabs. Because some enemies have lower skill levels on the techs that they do on low health. One time, for example, Kevin grabbed me on low health. And I was so sure, like, I was gonna die, even with a take fall. So I did a reversal. And you can actually reversal Kevin's headhanger clutch, because I think he has lower skill level with it. And I did, so it was like pretty high. I don't know how unlikely it is though, but it can happen. More so than other tech. Like, there's no way you're doing a reversal on any of other Kevin's techs. Just no way, I feel. Not on first try, at least. Taking this capsule again, hoping I don't get any damage until coming. Which I thought it was easy. Until that mine gave me a game over. Fucking hell. Wrong direction. Come on, Booty, we gotta get a run past area 3. Area 3 should really be a little bit shorter. It's actually one of the things that make a lot of players drop the game. Is that area 3 is too long and a much slower pace than the first 2 areas. I heard from a lot of players that they drop the game on area 3 because it drags. And it's a shame because it actually gets better after. like from area 4, you kind of recover a lot of pace. Alright. Got another try. Not gonna underestimate the mines this time. It's so funny because now I'm gonna be afraid of mines forever. Sucks. Where's the other? Okay, what's the last one? Okay, so this strat is different. Much different for 90%. Kevin Young is one of those guys that we heal with shots. Very fast fight on that category. Because of his low HP, he dies super fast with shots. But now we gotta fight. He still can die relatively fast. Not a lot of rounds, but he can be scary. And he has decent defense as well, so. But the strat is done in such a way so he doesn't heal. Because if you get him too low before killing him, he's gonna heal and that's gonna suck. So you need to get him just low enough so he doesn't heal, but you're still able to kill him. Because we're so low on level that you only have one power bar. So there's no way to link stuff very much. Not at least 2 full hits. But you'll see what we have. Unless I die, like it can also happen. He can decide to just kill you. Hopefully I can show the strat. Also full of himself. Just speech after speech. It just doesn't stop. Monkey time. That's going to be a grab. Okay, 21. That's pretty good. Okay. Please no combo. Please no combo. It's a grab. What is it though? Okay, no, it's just a... Fuck. I took the risk. Gonna pay for my scene. And I might die now, actually. Yep, we're probably dead. Okay. Now here's the problem. I need to survive one more attack. So we need to be able to avoid this shit. Let's go. Now there's gonna be another turn. And I'm dead. That's it. That's it. You just get unlucky. You get a shoulder buster. It's like a lot of damage. It is how it is. It's another one of the big things of this route. You are so weak at the beginning, which doesn't matter for most stuff, but for Kevin it does matter. He has a lot of attack, even on early game. And there's a limit to how much you can do about it. Okay. I think I can only do one more up to Area 3, or hopefully up to Kevin. Hopefully. And you know, there's always the option of just going all route as well, which I can probably PV with, but it's not really what I want. I want a good, solid new PV. Or maybe it doesn't even have to be solid, but at least with the new stuff. At least on normal. When I do hard on ultimate, I still haven't decided if it's worth to go for skip. I need to time them and like see how insane it is to get them, because they are much harder. They might not be that worth, especially in ultimate. I honestly think on ultimate route won't change with the skips, but I'm just thinking that. I cannot say for sure. And then hard difficulty is the hardest one to tell. I feel like maybe Seginus can be implemented, just because it's right at the beginning, so it's not that bad of a reset. And there's a lot of space to do the skip. But then Men in Black 2, I'm not sure. I might route with Men in Black 2. We'll see. Then it's like a 25 to 30 second time save. It's still pretty good, but not as much as normal, which is like a minute 30 even. Also, Men in Black 2 is a double S. Seginus is not, so it's fine to lose Seginus, but not having Men in Black is less items as well. So it comes at a price. And I still haven't been able to use the tracker. Look at this beautiful tracker. Look at it going up and down. Can't use it. Start leveling up later. Like I said before, I think body starts on Kevin, like body 2. But then legs is like mid or late area 4. You know, like half an hour after Kevin, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe just 20 minutes, I'm not sure. It's less on no items, because we don't grab items. I actually save time on some spots, just avoiding getting useful items. It's a decent amount of time. It's just that those items save more time later, you know? It's weird. You're back. Welcome back. Ooh, we got that. Look at that. I love when that happens. Like there's some weird perfect positioning with those where they think they can attack you, but they attack just enough so they don't get you. Close. The jump right there is because when you start running, you actually get some acceleration, which can be a little bit slow. You get faster acceleration at the beginning with a jump. But it's just at the beginning of the run. It doesn't actually make you go faster while you're already running. That's why you don't see me jumping everywhere all the time. It's just good at the beginning of some spots. There's always weird perfect positions, yeah. Especially in giant games like this. Like, the dream is when you have setups. Fixed and consistent setups to get those weird positions. Like Ocarina of Time. Or like Eternal Darkness. Or Lost Vikings 2. There's a lot of setups. Pieces of movement that have fixed amounts. And then you can get to like a corner or something and do the perfect movement from there. This game doesn't have any of that. Sadly. Like, there is some setups with visual cues, and I use them, and they're fine. But there's no perfect setups. There's always a margin of error. Nothing is 100% guaranteed. I'm so happy that at least, you know, this session has been rough. 2.5 hours, still not out of area 3. But I only seen bad items, you know? So I don't have to feel bad about running without them. So it's a little something. Compensation for the damage. The other thing is I can actually play this game with one hand a lot. Like the precision, it's not all the time. It's just there's some sweet spots. There's like some important moments where precision is important, and you gotta like put yourself serious and, you know, do the thing. But then between those moments, there's a lot of, you know, just moving around. There's not even a running button. You just run by holding max range on the control stick, so it's even more comfy. Crouch button is on the same side of the controller. Then the gun button is on the other side, so if I need to shoot something, I need both hands. Because you need to hold it to have the gun out. It's not like a switch button. No, you gotta hold it. And then on fights, I need both. But I could probably beat this game with one hand. Not as a speedrun, but I could probably do it. Maybe it could be like a cool challenge. Never even thought about it. Kind of a neat challenge. But I wouldn't like to do it as a speedrun. Just casual challenge. Oh, you ended up running. The spacing there is so hard. Nice. Incredible. That can happen. That can actually happen. He probably had like 1 HP. It's very low chance that it happens, but it can. Also, a lot of the bad items are not just because I'm lucky, like lucky or no items because having bad items. It's also because I'm getting a lot of S's because of different strats. Strats to get an S that are faster than strats to get a double S. That are slower, but you're gambling for items. Yep. Cannot use them, and that's exactly why I love to see bad items. Because then I don't feel bad for it. Like there was a point actually where I was running like both no items and items at the same time, quote unquote. Like I was doing reaction runs to the first Spica. If I get a really good item on Spica 1, because any strat is always a double S, you know? Like the fastest strat is a double S, that's what I mean. So if you get a ring eraser on it on Spica 1, it's like, yeah, I'm doing a normal run, like an 90%. Because it's really rare to see this item. And if it's a bad item, I do a no item. But playing that on high level is really hard. Like knowing two routes this well and this amount of muscle memory on top level, it's really hard. Like it's something Spelunky runners do, and I really admire it because they're so good. But I also feel like on Spelunky you have to do it because of the RNG festival that it is. And because you only get so many runs, you know? So switching between categories, it's like healthy. But here, I think it's detrimental. On top level, at least. But then on a game like a roguelike, I think it's you have to make it part of yourself to switch very much. It's either that or reasoning like way too much, right? Now it could be something interesting for a marathon, maybe. Like, I still don't know how far away any percent is from no items, because my no items is super outdated and my any percent is sick. But the estimate time might be similar. Maybe. So you could do as an incentive, kind of like both money or like points involved, but also like dependent on your first drop. Okay, can we skip? Can we dodge this once today? I haven't seen once yet. No, I cannot. One day we will know if there is a consistent angle or something, or if it's just always RNG. I still don't know. For a while I had a strat that looked pretty consistent, and it is the one I still do, but nope. Before you did dodge? I don't think I did today. Like I dodged the second hit quite a lot. But have I dodged the first one today? I mean, I believe you, because there has been a lot of runs. I just don't remember it. I'm getting hit by this quite a bit. Might need to start switching camera. Something I only do on normal. Go for the jump. That Duvet right there always feels so close. Even if it doesn't look that close. If you know the game, it feels close because it has a huge trigger. So it's actually like pretty much always close. It is consistent, but still. Like, I got caught the other day by it. Actually. Something I've been wanting to do is another cosplay. I'm thinking of some Snowsa cosplay from Hilix. I got the boots. That's all I have. I'm gonna need like blue leggings or something, I guess. Like I have a poncho, but it doesn't look like the some Snowsa one, you know. And I would actually love a some Snowsa poncho, not as a cosplay, but actually just as a poncho to use it because it's so cool. A red and black one. I would just use it regularly. Then I can put just some gloves, like simple gloves for the gauntlets. And I guess I can make the helm out of like paper mache or something. Like I have some foam, but I don't really know how to work with it. And I do have a lot of cardboard. Just like garbage cardboard and boxes that I don't use. And I could just make mache with that. And then paint it white. Use like a balloon or something to give the head shape. But yeah, one time I actually saw a poncho like that online, but it was sold out. It was perfect, like perfect, fucking perfect. There's some Snowsa poncho. It was fucking sold out, and I reverse searched the image to see if it was somewhere else. No, it was kind of a like exclusive of there. I should actually look for more ponchos just to see if there's something like that, and then I don't have to make it myself. Could technically ask my sister or my mom to make one as well. I just don't like asking for stuff. Because I know if I tell them, like, I'll pay you, they're gonna tell me, no, there's no way you're gonna pay me for that. I'm just gonna do it for you. And that makes me a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, keep the train of bad items. Keep it. Totally fine with that. Just accumulating probabilities for the next items run. That's not how probabilities work, but hey. Would it be crazy if probability actually worked like that? And you could like farm bad luck? You know, like you farm a lot of bad luck and then just do runs when you actually farm all that bad luck and you only have good luck left. They don't work like that though. Spoilers. Unless you know how the RNG works. Like if you know exactly how seeds work and such, you can manipulate. Like there's some Pokemon stuff like that works like that. I had a friend that exploited that quite a bit to get Chinese. Like you could actually farm bad luck in such a way. Like do this, do that, fly here, fly there, use this item, move a little bit, you know, and then it's like it's still not a guaranteed one, but you get like a good chance of a Chinese. Chinese? No, Chinese. This like special colors Pokemon are called Chinese. Like I don't really know how to pronounce it because it probably shows Chinese on the CC, but that's not the word I'm trying to say. That one. Yeah. Yeah, it's because it's the plural. The plural of Chinese. I don't really know how to pronounce it, honestly. Like, I've never said that word in my life, I think. So it sounds like Chinese. But I think one is Chinese and the other one is Chinese, right? I don't know. Maybe the CC doesn't know, or maybe I don't know. Listen, I'm not native speaker. I speak Chilean. That's what I do. That's my job. You know, the other thing would be cool? An Anna cosplay. But that thing looks really hard to do. Like Anna from this game. Not the regular Anna, like, because the casual Anna, it's actually not that hard to do. It's just regular clothes. But like the actual hybrid Anna with like fancy clothes. It's one of those cosplays that no one's gonna get. Only like die-hard fans of this game or of my stream might get it even. But I will get it, so it's fine. Or maybe like I can do like a gender bender of Johnny. Or of Gary. Fucking hell. Oh no. I mean, to be fair, a gender bend of Gary would be sick. Because he has like some cool clothes for that. Not gonna lie. It's just the hair and the face and the music. Don't forget about the music. The music came from Gary's. Remember that. It's one of his superpowers. I don't like this position. Okay. It comes from like his, I don't know, his leg fingers. or something. Okay, we're taking that one. Sadly, I think I'm taking the save as well. Kinda sucks. I do have friends doing genderbender cosplays. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I love them. Like any kind of bender. Like skin color as well and things like that. I think they're pretty cool. Because, you know, it's more accessible. Then you don't have to like change everything to look like your character. It's like there's no way you're gonna have the same height or the same everything as a character you really like. You just bend it a little bit, make it something unique. I think it's really cool. There's a chance I jump there. See? Like something I would love to do is an Auron genderbend cosplay. Auron from FFX. I think would look amazing. Because it's such a like... It's an edgy character that I like. Because there's a lot of edgy characters that I cannot stand. Like, I don't know, like Sasuke. But Auron is like really cool edgy character. And I like it. It feels like he has the right of being edgy. Whereas Sasuke is like, just get out of here. Tsundere about... Yeah, he's very tsundere. It's too tsundere. That guy. Also, like, the other thing is, like, today we have more, like, thinking from the female perspective, we have more and more good female characters out there. And more female protagonists and all stuff like that. But you know, back then, that wasn't that much of a thing. Like there still was a lot of stories that were more male oriented in terms of characters. So there is a lot of heroes I have from my like childhood that are just male. Especially in video games, for example. Like this guy, like this entire game is so fucking masculine. It's crazy. I love it, but it's still like super masculine. There's two women on this game, and they don't talk to each other. This doesn't pass the Bechdel test. You know, like it's two girls. Everyone else is a guy. And then, like, I guess some hybrids, you could say that they don't have gender or anything. Or they look more female, but... In general, it doesn't matter because they're, like, creatures. They don't have a character, you know? So then, yeah, you kind of have to do a gender bend of Johnny. Right? Alright, cheers time. Second try. Gender bender monkey. Very good damage. Good, very good, very good. This is probably a grab, but we got a guard. So this should be little damage. Now the problem with grabs is he's likely to get another turn because of how much it takes me to wake up. And that actually happened. Now, I only need one more turn, and we win. Please no grab, please no grab. Okay, it's a guard again. We're gonna learn this shit though. But this is gonna give another turn to to Kevin, and I'm probably dead. Fuck. Ah, it's so hard. Like, there's nothing I can do there. I was matching to get a big thing, but the thing is, even if you get the long dodge, it's not a jump because you're going forward. And the forward one is just a long step. And then you only get step because he's on your back. And you're still not dodging that because he advances before doing his attack. And yeah, from behind, you get that amount of damage. From the front, I wouldn't survive. Hey. That is no items in a nutshell. 3 hours of attempts, no area 4. That's good for today. on high rate. That is good for high rate. As much as I can take. We're gonna go Spelunky.